Hello Cancer, welcome to your love reading for November 2017. I'm using the Enchanted Tarot by Amy Zerner and Monty Farber, and we'll start with this card. This is the hidden energies. This is what's hiding at the bottom of the deck when everything has been dealt out. And this is the Empress card. The Empress is the mother archetype, so it could be a hidden pregnancy or somebody you're dating who has children that you're unaware of if she's a mother and you don't know it, or somebody who's pregnant that you're unaware of. But this is what's showing up as the hidden energies. This is the theme, and this is about loss. This looks like somebody has either left you or you've left them. This is being left out in the cold. This is moving out. This looks like either somebody left you or you left them, and that's the theme. It doesn't mean it happened recently. It could have, but it may have been something that happened in the past, and it's having some bearing on your current relationships. This reflects you at the current moment. This is the Hanged Man. So it means that you feel like everything's out of your control. But it's almost as though it looks like your world has been turned upside down. You know, if this was you jumping for joy and happy in your relationship, and now you're just kind of you're left hanging, essentially. It just seems like somebody left you and left you hanging. Or maybe you were dating somebody and they just left you hanging. And maybe you don't know what happened. And this is the conflict. The Four of Swords is about taking a break or taking a time out. So maybe somebody just left without really explaining why. Maybe they just cut off their communications with you and you don't know why. But this is the conflict. Or it's about you being single if you were in a relationship and now you're single. And it's a conflict because you really don't like being in this situation. It could have to do with taking a time out from dating, but it's a conflict nonetheless. Whatever this is, it's a conflict. It's something that has a negative impact on you right now in your current situation. And this is at the foundation, which is a broken heart. And that's what leads me to believe that somebody left you. They left you hanging and they broke your heart. And it was kind of out of your control, or you feel like maybe it wasn't out of your control, but there's really not a whole lot you can do about it right now. You're kind of just hanging here. They left you hanging and there's not a whole lot you can do. You're kind of stuck and trapped. And you're left alone. You know, this is you being left alone. So far that's what's showing up. In the past was this relationship. So maybe whatever's going on now is based on this relationship that shows up here in your past energies. So it's as though this relationship doesn't exist anymore. It's in your past. And in the present energies is the Queen of Wands. This could be a fire sign. It could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But let me describe this and what this represents otherwise, because it doesn't have to be a fire sign. It could be any sign of the zodiac, but they could still have some of these same qualities. So this would be somebody who's very passionate. It's got a very fiery personality, very motivated, very busy, always gets involved in a lot of projects. They always have to be, I shouldn't say they always have to be, but they have some natural leadership qualities about them. So they're a take charge kind of person. They go after what it is that they want. Now the shadow side of this person could be somebody could be very angry, very overly emotional, very maybe verbally abusive, or somebody who yells a lot, or maybe even physically abusive in some way. That's the severe shadow aspect of this card. We all, all signs have a shadow aspect, so I'm just throwing it out there as what this could potentially represent. And this shows up in your present energies. In the near future is this. This is the Four of Pentacles, which is being very guarded. So maybe whatever happened here in the past with you, with this situation, with this loss and this broken heart, you're being very guarded with your emotions. She's got her arms across her chest and guarding her heart. Normally this card is about holding on to your money and not sharing your money. And maybe that's the case. Maybe if this was a loss of a home, if maybe you did lose a home, maybe there was some financial upset that had an impact on your relationship, and now it's showing up here in your near future as you holding tightly to your money, not wanting to spend it. Maybe they took you for your money. Maybe they used you for your money. Maybe they were irresponsible with paying the bills or paying the rent, and now you find yourself in a situation where you need to hold tightly to your money because of what happened. And then this shows up how you're feeling inside, which is very defensive. This is the card of feeling defensive. It's also about standing strong and putting up with it. So if this person here is yelling at you a lot, or making accusations, or being difficult and argumentative, that would be reflected here in this Wands energy. So this is you being in a position where you have to defend yourself, or it's you standing strong and standing up to this person. So that could represent that. But this card here represents how you're feeling inside, and you're feeling very defensive, or you're standing strong against whatever's happening. And then this is in the environment. This is what's going on outside of you, is success and achievement, achieving your goals. So maybe if there was some loss of a home, if there was a financial situation, but maybe you'll work it out, and you'll still have some success and achievement. Unless it's the other person. The other person maybe was holding tightly to the money, and maybe they kicked you out. If this represents the environment, what's outside of you, maybe the other person is the one who's successful, but you're left here by yourself, feeling heartbroken and alone and defensive. And then this is your hopes and fears. This is coming to a crossroads and having to make a decision. And this is probably a fear of yours, where you don't want to, maybe you were very happy in this relationship because it looks like it was very happy. And now you're at this crossroads. Do they leave you, and do you try to get them back, or do you let them go? Or do you move on, or do you find somebody else? It's kind of like making these decisions. What do you do next? What is your next move going to be? What's your next step? And you're not really looking forward to that, I don't think. I think Cancers generally don't like a lot of change. So whatever this was that happened, it really rocked your world. It kind of turned your world upside down, It turns your world upside down right here. But the final outcome is over here, so bear with me because this looks much more positive than the rest of the reading. This is the Wheel of Fortune, which is about good luck. Good fortune is coming your way, and good luck is coming your way. So things are going to turn around, and your situation is going to improve significantly. And look, this is even that little sign that's on the dollar bill. So if it was a financial situation, it's good luck coming your way regarding your finances as well. That's indicated here. And then this card is the Strength card. It's about having the strength and the fortitude to carry on. It's having the strength and the fortitude to make this decision and to make the necessary changes in your life, whatever it is you need to do. This could also represent a Leo. This could represent a Leo in your future. I mean, maybe that's who this person is. Maybe this is somebody you're trying to get. Maybe you're trying to have a relationship with this fire sign, with this Leo, and then in the final outcome, they show up, and then you achieve that. You set out, maybe that's the goal that you're setting out to achieve, and you finally win them over. So that Strength card could represent a Leo if you were trying to have a relationship with a Leo. That's showing up here. And then the Temperance card is about being balanced and healthy, and being in a healthy relationship. It could also be a Sagittarius, which is another fire sign. So we've got two fire signs represented here with the Strength and Temperance are both fire signs. Leo and Sagittarius. So the other one would be Aries. Aries would be the Emperor card, but we've got the Empress, but we don't have the Emperor. So there's some kind of fire sign. There's a lot of fire energy here showing up here. But it's also about being in a balanced, healthy relationship. So if it's not the fact that you want a Leo or you want a Sagittarius, it could just be the fact that your luck is turning and you're going to be in a healthy, balanced relationship, and you're going to find the inner strength to carry on, to make whatever necessary changes there are. And if we go back to this Empress card with the pregnancy, So this clock, I always see this card with the clock as the clock is ticking. So maybe with the clock is ticking, and if it's a desired pregnancy, then this is showing up as the possibility of a pregnancy. And that's reflected here. And I sometimes see this card also, I should mention it. This card sometimes shows up. I see this as the adulteress or the mistress. This is that fiery, passionate individual and the temptress. But this could just represent, your physical passions and desires, and be careful because you may end up with a pregnancy, whether you want it or don't want it. So just take some precautions. So that's your reading, Cancer. Thanks for watching. If this doesn't resonate with you, check your rising sign or your moon sign. You could get some other insight into your situation. And check the general readings that I've done. I'm also going to do an angel reading in the near future. So check back. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you back next month. Take care and God bless.